This is the Paranormal Report. Where else can you get high-quality paranormal reportage and dancing? Don't know.
Well, I don't know. No.
We're the number
dancing,
one podcast for that. The number one podcast for that.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's its own category. Actually, though, on a related manner, I have very exciting news. As we're recording this on Wednesday, October 22nd, Jim Harold's Campfire, my ghost story podcast that most of you are familiar with, is number 97 on the Spotify charts in the United States. Top 100, beating out these huge networks. Very excited. So thank you to everybody who has been sharing the show. That is key. Please keep sharing the Campfire and the show as well, of course. And thanks to our friends at Spotify who have really been sharing the love of the Campfire this month. We appreciate it. And, that may be our apex. If it is, that's great. I mean, most of those top 100 shows are huge corporations with millions of dollars behind them. And I'll have people know we have tens of dollars behind us.
We do. Congratulations.
Tens of dollars. Thank you. Well, what blows my mind is an independent show that's been around 16 years can still break through.
That's right.
I've been podcasting for 20 years. I feel like I'm a 20-year overnight success.
There you go. No, I just major kudos to all those independent podcasters. I mean, with the obstacles you all have to, overcome to get, to even break into that. I mean, look at that. Look, like you said, 16 years and you've never been able to break into the top 100. It's
I don't
amazing.
think, maybe back in the day on Apple Podcast at some point. I know I've been very high in the charts in the individual categories. I think I've been top 10.
Well, that's what I thought. I didn't think overall.
This is top 100. I mean, I was beating out Mark Maron. I was beating out a political figure who's been in the news a lot lately.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm just, and again, most of those people on the top 100, big corporation. Yep. Me.
Yeah.
So,
well, thank you guys out there for your
great
support and for listening and sharing the shows. It's so vital, and we really, really appreciate that. So,
well, people come here for the paranormal reportage. That's my word for the day. Reportage.
It must be.
I just like saying it sounds.
Is that an actual word?
Yeah.
What is that?
You've never heard reportage?
No.
We're looking at Walter Cronkite's reportage on the Vietnam War. Yeah, that's a word. What
See, I know. Reportage,
that's how I know.
Just
that
report?
means you're reporting, basically. It's kind of a highfalutin, snooty way to say reporting.
Yeah, it sounds like it's pretentious.
Reportage is. Well, that's what you get.
It sounds like camouflage, camouflage, whatever it was.
Exactly. Sabotage. I don't say sabotage.
Sabotage, yeah. You say sabotage, I say sabotage.
Deep cut.
Thank you, Mr. Shatner.
Yes. Anyway. You come here for the paranormal news. And when we say paranormal, we mean all of it, UFOs and everything. That drone flap back in New Jersey last year, right? Well, it's been solved. Or some people say. I'm not sure if I'm buying it. Apparently, then this is according to, and you've got to believe it when you read it in the Daily Mail, dailymail.co.uk. A private firm contracted by the U.S. military has taken responsibility for the mysterious object seen flying above New Jersey last November. There was apparently this thing called the UAS and Launched Effects Summit at Fort Rucker in August. And there was an unnamed contractor, and he allegedly told a crowd the following. You remember that big UFO scare in New Jersey last year? Well, that was us. The employee went on to claim there was no need to disclose their work to the public because they had a private government contract. And at this particular event, they offered a live demonstration of their manned aerial craft, which had an unconventional appearance. Now, here's what I would say to that. Let me say this about that. Again, this is what always happens. They take a kernel of potential truth and they say, that explains it all.
That's right.
Now, is it possible that there was a military contractor on the eastern seaboard of the United States doing some experimentation with these craft, and some of the sightings were due to that? Absolutely. Do
Possible.
I believe that it is accounting for all of it? Absolutely not.
Improbable. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what they do.
They do that. And here's my question. Okay. This came out supposedly at a conference in August. What month are we in now, Jim?
There we go. October,
we're in the end of
last time I
October.
checked.
Okay. And this all happened November of 24.
There was something going on. There was something going on.
Contract. Well,
Plus,
why are you disclosing it now?
I mean, again, is this
that
guy
doesn't make any sense. Aren't you still a private government contractor?
Are these people trying to sell something to the government? Was he possibly being, here's another 10 cent word, was he possibly being braggadocious?
I know that one, though.
And trying, it's like we watched old Twilight Zone that had a used car salesman who couldn't lie. But he was saying, oh, this one's a runner. This one, this is... I mean, when you're selling, that's what you do. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. So it's like, yeah, that was us. I mean, does that mean that it's real?
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
We don't know. So this annoys me. And thank you to our contributor on Virtual Campfire. He posted a story about this as well. And now I forgot his name, and I'm so sorry. But I commented, So get to virtualcampfiregroup.com. Check out all the fun stuff that's going on there. That is a great place.
You're slightly out of frame, Dar.
Oh, okay. I'm weaving all around. It was the dancing. It was the moving. See, I'm better. That's right. Now, right?
And we recorded behind the scenes for the Plus Club right before this. So we're warmed up. We're warmed up. So you got to be a Plus Club member. JimHarold.com.
Yes, you got to hear what happened.
All the secrets.
We had a whole bunch of little talks, Halloween weekends.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. We'll talk about that a little bit later, Halloween weekends.
Yeah, sure.
Thoughts. So you've got some more alien stories. This one tying into AI of all things, right?
Well, yeah, Science Direct is publishing an article saying alien AI might turn advanced civilizations invisible in a cosmic blink. So there's a new paper. Yeah, there's a new paper out saying that advanced alien civilizations might become undetectable to us because of the rapid advancement of AI. And if artificial superintelligence, ASI, emerges, it'll quickly surpass human intelligence and become dominant and render our search for extraterrestrial intelligence futile. So I guess this paper was based on Carl Sagan's concepts of like communication horizon, where civilizations become invisible as their technology advances beyond our detection capabilities. So here we go again. My favorite topic, AI, is gonna not do us any favors, right? I mean,
yeah. I mean, I have mixed feelings. You know me. I have mixed feelings. I'm a proponent in many ways, but I also have deep concerns.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really, it's kind of scary. So, I mean, is that just going to like blow us, out of the water, just be left in the dust, so to speak, because we can't keep up with how fast,
What I don't like about it, what I don't like about it is this, that it's going to be something eventually that we cannot turn off. If there were a foolproof off switch, but the thing is going to become so smart, even if you have an off switch, it will know how to counteract that and overcome that. So if you allow it to become so smart that it's like some factor more smart than the smartest human, the smartest scientists, then it's going to know you have an off switch and it is going to defeat the off switch and then you're screwed. That's what worries me. And I don't know how you design an off switch for something that is going to be infinitely intelligent. And the thing is, it's kind of like owing, it reminds me of owing debt on a credit card. Back in the day, we owed a considerable credit card debt, but we did not take the easy way out and we paid it off. I was like, hey, I made the debt, I'm going to pay it off. But you know how that interest compounds and it becomes exponential. Well, that's what's happening with AI because it's this smart and then it teaches itself to become this more, and it goes up like a hockey stick. If it's at I think it just won some gold medals for like physics knowledge or something. So if it's that smart now and it can teach itself and replicate itself, how smart is it going to be in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years?
Well, I just saw a news article this morning, and I just pulled one of them up now. It's in mainstream everywhere. This is from The Hill. Prince Harry, among other names, Obama advisor Susan Rice, a bunch of other people, Steve Bannon, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, a bunch of people have just signed this petition. Over 700 people, scientists, actors, lawmakers. They're signing this petition, whatever, calling for them to halt the development of some AI tools because of safety. And they're really concerned because they're saying, you know what, this is just going to take us all out. You know,
yeah, hey, you know it's serious when you can get
humanity.
When you can get Obama and Steve Bannon to sign the same thing, you know it's serious.
Yeah, well, there you go. It should serve humanity, not replace it, said Prince Harry. And you know, it's how fast it's mainly the super intelligence that I was just talking about, this artificial super intelligence, and you know, because it can outperform humans at most cognitive tasks. So I mean,
yeah.
Like I said, and I say
amazing.
every week, you know, sometimes it's so good. I mean, being able to help people who need, you know, medical devices or medical help, or sometimes it really does serve a really, really good purpose. And then there's the flip side that's tremendously scary. So just let's everyone keep that in mind. And yeah. So there you go.
So you might be asking yourself, where are the aliens? Well, there's a new theory about that. Now, first of all, the premise of this story, it's from gizmodo.com, is that E.T. has not been here. I mean, I know many people watching this, and many of us believe they have visited, but this is from more of the traditional scientific perspective that we have not been visited. Well, an astrophysicist has an interesting theory as to why that might be. They say the aliens might be stuck like us. In other words, this is basically, let's see, this is by Robin Courdet. Astrophysicist Robin Courdet proposes radical mundanity as one possible explanation. Basically saying the idea is that they're more advanced, but not much more advanced. It's like having an iPhone 42 rather than an iPhone 17, he told The Guardian. This feels more possible, more natural, because it's not proposing anything very extreme. So essentially the idea is that, because another idea is the Fermi paradox, you know, why, if there are alien civilizations, why haven't we found them? And many people think, you know, alien civilizations get to a certain point and then they destroy themselves with maybe something like their version of AI or nuclear weapons or something. So the idea is once they get far enough where they could reach out and visit us, they end up destroying themselves, and then it's the whole reset button, and you're waiting for the next civilization to do that. I think it's to Corbett, these possibilities seemed extreme, so he decided to ask a different question. What if civilizations have a natural technological limit that stops them from becoming advanced enough to create detectable techno-signatures or to detect us? He said, if the hypothesis is correct, it doesn't necessarily mean we'll never find evidence of an alien civilization. So I think, you know, again, I'm on the fence, but I don't discount the people who say they've actually seen aliens. I don't necessarily discount the people who say that we have alien bodies. By the way, a little news item, I just saw it on social media, and I'm very excited for this person because I always enjoy talking to him. Paul Blake Smith, who has been on the show's Paranormal Podcast talking about Eisenhower meeting with the aliens and Jackie Gleason being introduced to alien bodies by President Nixon. Apparently, he signed a movie deal. Just saw this morning. And he said he hopes it gets funded. He hopes it gets made. But I just saw this on social media, and I always enjoyed, and Paul Blake is one of these indie guys. He doesn't have any big, huge corporation behind him. And he's always, I've always felt that he's very solid in his research and very sincere. So it couldn't happen to a better guy. Paul, congratulations to you. I hope that you get a Hollywood blockbuster. It would be
there
awesome.
You go. Yes, kudos. There we go. Awesome.
So now, let me just preface this a minute, if I may. We got some blowback last week.
Ooh, we got blowback.
We were talking about the Conjuring House and the fact that the auction had been stopped. There was going to be an auction on Halloween by, what was it, J.J. Manning, I believe was the company.
J. Manning. I have the site, and I will be using it in the show notes this
and
week.
I'll let you give the update, but people were saying that the auction has not been canceled and the house is still for sale. Well, yes, somebody can still buy the house, but at last check, the auction is absolutely canceled. Off.
Completely off.
There's no doubt. So we did not report. That was not incorrect. So people got a little prickly, I think, for no reason, because they were misunderstanding what we were saying. But you have the update now. Again, we're recording this on October 22nd. Something could happen on October 23rd. We're not trying to hurt it. It could happen in the
next few hours.
People are saying you're interfering. Yeah. So
we're not interfering. We're just reporting what's out there in the mainstream news.
So
not
go
the
ahead.
Mainstream news.
So go ahead, Darren.
Well, I'm going to read this so that nobody, gets their undies in a bunch. J.J. Manning Auctioneers said, canceled. A mortgagee's foreclosure auction of the property known as the Conjuring House, located at blah, 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 Burrisville, Rhode Island, was scheduled to take place on October 31st, 2025. That foreclosure auction has been canceled. On October 8th, the mortgagee, Needham Bank, concluded a sale of the underlying mortgage loan and no longer has an interest in the Conjuring House property. Okay, so if I misspoke saying that the house had been sold, I'm sorry. It's not, but the mortgage had been sold.
Yes.
So they don't need to do an auction. They're not doing an auction.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
We got a lot more blowback because Jason Hawes, where's he from? Ghost Hunters? Is that what his thing is?
Taps and Ghost Hunters. Yeah.
So you see, I know nothing about any of these people. So I don't watch their shows. It's not my thing. God bless you. If you love them, that's great. You can watch them. It's not my thing. I don't know him. I have no dog in this fight.
Well, I think that's part of your deal on being on this show. Right.
I don't care.
I think that's part of your deal on this show. You're not the one who is like super into this world. You're kind of giving the outsider's perspective. So
it's a complete outsider's perspective. There's things I'm opinionated. I'm Italian. That's my thing. Okay. I see. I'm talking with my hands. You can't even see. Okay. It's not my thing. So I don't know Jason Hawes from Adam. If I saw him on the street, I probably would just pass him by like any other normal human being.
Well,
right?
He's a legendary paranormal personality. That's basically what I would put him as. But go ahead.
Okay. He had a TV show. So anyway, that I know. He has a GoFundMe. Somebody had to tell us, a couple people had to tell us he's got a GoFundMe and he's trying to save the house. So he's got a GoFundMe. You can read all about it. I'm going to put it in the show notes. People are contributing. They're up to, as of this recording, $160,433. They're looking for $600,000. They want to buy the house and they're going to put it in an LLC. He says he's not making a profit from it. And he has no plans to run the daily operations.
Now, didn't he say something that this is an effort to save it from being, I'm paraphrasing. No, raised, but wasn't there something about exploitation of the site? Not in those words, but I can look up the quote.
Well, I didn't read that. He might have said that in his live stream. He did a live stream.
The Reddit.
Yeah, there's a Reddit post. I'm also going to put that in too because people, and this is what I'm going to say. There's a lot of people having a lot of opinions about this, and you've got the rah-rah people, the cheerleaders, and they're all donating tons of money and blah, blah, blah. And they're all like, yeah. And then you've got the people who are like, this is a crock. This is not true. If we're paying money, if we're donating money, are we getting some stake in the ownership of this then? So
there's people with different feelings on it.
Many different feelings. I have a ton of feelings. I'm not going to say exactly what they are, but the Reddit post is very interesting. People have given, there was one post, somebody gave a summary of his live stream, basically what he had said during that, which was really good. So you can read it yourself. And I guess if they get a certain amount, there's a private donor that's going to give them $400,000. Mm-hmm. Is that right, Jim? I think you remember that.
I believe that that's the case. What he said on this one post that is, I don't know where this post is from, but it was copied and put on Reddit, and it said, we are back. The fight to save the Conjuring House isn't over. We lost valuable time yesterday. This is, I think, about last week, but we're back up and running and stronger than ever. Every hour counts now. This is our last chance to keep the Conjuring House from being lost forever to those who would turn it into just another cash grab. Now we've already shown the power of this community. Now let's push a little harder than ever. And he goes on. So, I mean, his viewpoint is he's working hard to try to save the house from what it seems like he feels is exploitation. So that's his point of view.
Okay, I have thoughts about that, but we all know that Matt Rife and Elton Castee, right? They were trying to purchase this house as well.
I thought that was the case. I believe that was the case. Yeah,
it is. I looked it up. There are stories. Mr. Castee has indicated that they wanted to purchase this house as well. I don't know. I have a couple just thoughts off the top of my head. If you get the house, whoever gets the house, there's a big assumption that the city is going to allow you to do anything with it because they had,
I don't know.
They had revoked that capability from the previous owner because of lots of problems with safety, security, upkeep of the house, whatnot. So I just throw these kind of questions out there. Is it even going to be able to be visited or whatnot? I don't know. I don't know. There's, I have a lot I can say. I'm not going to say it. You guys can guess. I just, I don't know. It's going to be in an LLC, according to them, if they get the money. 1.3 million is what they need, right? I believe that's what they're trying to donate. They're trying to get $1.3 million. I mean, I know a lot of people have a lot of interest in this house. Some developers want to take it and raise it and build new. There's a lot of things that want to be done with this property.
I mean, again, I'm from the outside. I'll give my opinion. I'm from the outside looking in, but I think Jason Hawes would be maybe a better steward of the property than maybe some others who might bid for it. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I think it's all kind of whatever. I don't know.
Well, let's turn our attention to the skies. There we go. Skies. All right. Well, this I'm actually very excited about because it was really weird. There was this documentary, The Age of Disclosure, and everybody was talking about it. It's like, oh my God, this is going to be huge and so forth. And then for several months, it just seemed to die. I mean, it seemed to die. I think this,
I found stories and then I've seen nothing about this until this week.
Okay, well, who killed this? Now, this film will get awards qualifying theatrical screenings in LA, New York, and Washington, D.C. This is from HollywoodReporter.com. It's going to have a limited theatrical run, so it can qualify for Oscar season, I assume, in the documentary category. And then it's going to have a video-on-demand streaming release on Prime Video. The theatrical and VO date is November 21st, and the film is now available for pre-order. Definitely going to get that, and I'm going to try to get the filmmaker on. We'll see how.
That would be great.
Easy or hard that is to do. Because being number 97 isn't good enough sometimes, as we know. But we have people who we reached out for an interview recently, and they were on podcasts that ain't number 97, but because they had a name, they go on their podcast. They don't go on little old Jim Harold's podcast. But oh well.
Yep.
Anyway, the film comes amid a series of all these headline-making congressional hearings and so forth. And Joe Rogan's been a big supporter. And I mean, there's people in there like Secretary of State Marco Rubio. And listen to this. Rubio in the trailer says, when it comes to UFOs, even presidents are operating on a need-to-know basis. Also, other people interviewed, New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, South Dakota Senator Mike Rounds, General Jim Clapper, who was the U.S. Director of National Intelligence under President Obama. So Farah said, my goal was to interview only people who had direct knowledge of the UAP topic as a result of their work for the U.S. government and who would share what they could legally disclose. These are people who want the topic to continue to be kept from. Oh, he said there are people who, want the topic to continue to be kept from the public entirely. So I went to great lengths to make this documentary in secret over the last 2.5 years. And there are fundamental facts like we are not alone in the universe, that everyone feels like the public has the right to know, and it's also in our best interest to make known. And he goes on. So this is a must-see. If you're into UFOs, I think this one's a must-see. And we've had we had Dean Alioto on, who had a great documentary about UFOs. We've had James Fox, who is one of the foremost UFO documentarians out there on in the last year. Both great. This one, I've got it marked on my calendar. This is whether they come on the show or not, I'm gonna definitely watch this one because it's very interesting to see what high-level people in the government actually have to say and were willing to say on camera. So kudos to that filmmaker.
So it's on Prime. It's going to be on Prime Video.
Yeah, and I think it's
and what's the date again?
November 21st, and I believe it's going to be. You go to Prime, you pay X dollars to watch it. I don't think it's just going to be included
in Prime.
No. But I mean, you know what? I mean, if it took the guy 2.5 years to make. Why shouldn't?
Oh yeah, that's true. No,
why
that's
shouldn't
true.
he make a profit? And I mean, first he's
that's
probably
just another one of my pet peeves, though. Streaming services where you've already paid and then you have to pay more.
Well, I mean, I can't talk. I mean, I make my living partially on a premium subscription service, so I'm not going to cast too many stones. But I will say this: is that when it comes to TV
you're offering
streaming,
free shows.
Yeah, that's true. But
they're not.
TV streaming, let me say this. TV streaming was supposed to be, okay, this is a way I can save money over cable.
Oh my
and what
gosh.
they basically done is they've broken apart cable and you just have to buy the channels separately. And in the end, you're spending more. So, and I mean, to watch a football game, you have to go on like a trek to watch an NFL game.
Unbelievable.
And we have quite a few of the streaming services. Like, do we have this one? Do we not have that one? Oh, that one's on here.
Can we watch the game tonight? No.
Do we have to watch half the game on this one and half the game on another one? It's just nuts.
It's absolutely insane.
And we're football fans, and it's crazy. Anyway.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was driving at. So anyway, sorry.
I love head scratchers. You've got one for us.
Oh, here it is from themirror.co.uk. A woman disappears from the backseat of a car after they pick her up from the side of the road. So many drivers have been reporting that there's a young woman on a road in the UK, Bluebell Hill in Kent. You give her a lift. She's in the backseat. And when you turn around, she's gone. She vanishes. Yeah. Or she'll reappear in the road. Bizarre. Nobody knows what's going on. So this article was kind of cool because it's talking about that, and then it's naming a number of other roads that are haunted or eerie things have happened. And I had to. They're talking about Stocksbridge Bypass in South Yorkshire, and the A616 near Sheffield is supposed to be notorious for phantom sightings. So, of course, doing my due diligence and research, I reached out to my uncle who lives in Sheffield, outside of Sheffield, who's very familiar with all that. I asked him, like, hey, when we were there, did you take us on those roads? He said no. So we were not there. But the A616 is a road believed to be built close to or directly on an ancient monastery with numerous reports of a medieval monk wandering about. So had I known that when we visited, I would have asked him to take us there. But we did not go there. But he has not seen anything, and he told me he doesn't know if any of this is true. But kudos to my Uncle Dante. I love you. Thank you for giving me some info. But
there you go. Yeah. Got the inside scoop.
Inside scoop.
Speaking of which, we just got, and I don't think it's going to be on this week's Campfire, but we just got somebody from Cleveland who had a remarkable UFO encounter, and that'll be on in future weeks in Campfire. So pretty cool stuff.
Yes, our favorite Clevelander, not our favorite, but one of our favorites. Yeah.
Yes.
She's in the virtual Campfire.
Yeah, she
very,
does a great,
very,
and great support. Kate Kate
Yes.
from Cleveland. I don't think she'd mind us saying. In fact, she said thanks for the shout out before, so there's another one for you, Kate.
There we go.
But that story will be coming up in a few weeks. Probably after Halloween, because we do more of the spooky, ghosty stories around Halloween. Three-Eye Atlas. It's getting curiouser and curiouser. Now it's growing a tendril. And it's reaching towards the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
What the heck is this thing, right? I mean,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
know. I think
I don't
that
know.
Avi
That's unlike
Loeb
any
joked.
comment I've heard of.
I think Avi Loeb made a joke. I saw it was referenced on social media. So if this is an incorrect quote, sorry, but something like take your vacation before October 29th. But I think it was a total joke. It was a total
So
joke.
this is all next week, right? We're going to get more
it's going to
information.
come to a head. Going to come to a head. Maybe. But anyway.
Or we get nothing.
No, that could be too. So apparently the Keck 2 telescope in Hawaii observed the object when it was just over 2.5 times the distance between Earth and Sun back in August and found, quote, evidence for a puzzling anti-tail extension in the direction of the sun, unquote, as Avi Loeb wrote in a blog post last week. And this is on futurism.com. And it's done a lot of weird things. For example, they use that Keck data to confirm previously reported cyanide and nickel outgassing, which offers clear evidence for an anti-tail. And he went on to say, most remarkably, the white light image of Three-Eye Atlas does not show evidence for a familiar cometary tail like you would necessarily associated with a comet, as expected for dust which scatters sunlight and is pushed away from the sun by solar radiation pressures. Now, some say it's a optical illusion because of Earth's relative location. Another possibility is large grains of dust are refusing to be pushed away by solar wind on the comet's sun-facing side. So, there's always a potential rational explanation. But I think the take-home message is get your popcorn and continue to watch this space because, man, weird stuff. Weird and wild stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait till they figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Or maybe they don't figure out what it is.
It'll be a big, it was just a comet, or we're not sure what it was. Let's talk about something else. I could hear that too.
Let's distract you with something else.
Correct.
There you go. Well, this next story kind of complements your fantastic interview with the Robert the Doll caretaker.
Yeah, David Sloan. He was fantastic. If you didn't see that, check that out. David Sloan.
You have to watch
on the
it.
Paranormal Podcast. He's
So
mesmerizing.
awesome to listen to. Yeah, but a little spooky, right? I mean, it was kind of.
And there was Robert the Doll stunt double in the background looking at me the whole time. I'm like, you're freaking me out, man.
Creepy dolls. So this one is from cornwelllive.com. The title is, I bought a haunted doll and was horrified by what he did to my 3-year-old son.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, well, I don't know. When I read the article, I was like, okay. But anyway, Candace Collins, 42 years old, intrigued by the doll Norman, who's dubbed the UK's most haunted, right? So she purchased this doll. Well, first of all, Christian Hawksworth originally found this doll at an antiques fair. He paid £3 for it. And the doll
Christian
is called
Hawksworth. That's like the most British name ever.
I couldn't say it properly. Yeah.
Christian Hawksworth.
Okay, there we go. The doll's called Norman, became very notorious in 2023. When Christian decided to sell it because it followed a series of misfortunes for him. He got a burst appendix. He was shot. His brakes failed. He got pay cuts. Like all this bad stuff was happening to him. He attributed it to the doll. He decided to sell it. Candace bought it. She paid considerably more money, £200. But she's a paranormal researcher from Falmouth in the UK, and she collects haunted dolls and whatnot. And she's hoping to open up a museum at some point. But she said now her life has become extraordinarily strange, with the evil doll bringing, quote, lots of pain to the household.
Oh. Ew.
Yeah. She said as soon as she opened the box, the room went freezing cold and a heavy depression filled the air. I knew there was something definitely attached to this doll. She said it just did not feel right. She doesn't even keep it in the house. She keeps it in a small outbuilding in their garden. So it's a safe distance from the family. And she said her health hasn't always been great, but ever since the doll, like at least it was under control. Since she has the doll, no more. She's getting headaches, random bruises come on her body for no reason. She got a scratch on her back that looked
I got
like
a
deep
random
claw
bruise.
marks.
Was that because I did a
I
haunted
know.
doll thing? Yeah, I don't know where it came from. It was a big bruise. But anyway,
I got rid of all the haunted dolls in the house. Yeah, a deep claw mark on her back. Her partner needs a hip replacement, and he's turned for the worse. She said the scary thing is she's convinced she overheard Norman giggling and chatting with her 3-year-old son during the middle of the night. She can hear her little boy talking to someone. He starts laughing, which she said was really strange. She's had nightmares. She's woke up in a panic because she feels like she's drowning or being attacked by some unseen figure. She felt her hand being bitten while dreaming. An evil voice is calling her name in her sleep. Very scary stuff. But she's not getting rid of it. That thing would be so gone. I wouldn't even have bought it.
That's
to begin
like
with,
the one
but...
Campfire caller had the haunted mirror, and he did the video with the mirror behind him. I'm like,
and he kept the mirror. I would have been like, I'm not keeping that mirror. Oh my God. I won't even go in the fake stuff, let alone the
That's
real
a good
stuff.
one for the live stream. Maybe we'll replay
Maybe.
that one. That's a really good one.
She's just doing everything to protect her family. She's got holy water, and she just wants to prove there's life after death, and not all objects are evil. They just need help. I don't know, lady, if you're going to be able to help this thing, but good luck. Power to you.
There you go. There you go. Well, it's happening again. Do you remember? I think we were in Costco or Sam's Club or some store when I was getting the alerts a couple years back, literally about balloons being shot down over the United States, spy balloons. Well, apparently there are more spy balloons. This is from unexplained-mysteries.com. And basically, they said that residents across Colorado, Arizona, and Alabama, it's kind of far afield, have been taking to social media in recent weeks to report sightings of strange high-altitude balloons soaring across the sky, very much like what happened back in 2023. And Arizona has been the center of several of these year's sightings. And one report raised speculation of, quote, a spy camera platform from China transmitting military secrets in fast bursts. Other people say a secretive U.S. military project is responsible. Civil liberties analyst Jay Stanley told the Arizona Mirror, it is a technology that should not and constitutionally cannot be applied to the American people. Even testing for eventual overseas use in legitimate combat theaters raises a lot of questions about what kind of data is being collected. Here's what I wonder. If it's first of all, I mean, I do not trust the CCP, the communist government of China. Not the people of China, but the government. I have a high distrust of them. And I'm sure they're trying to thwart and spy on the U.S. every which way it can. And I'm sure that our people are spying on them too. I'm sure that that's happening too, let's be honest. But it makes you think about something like this. I could see the U.S. government testing and see what they can intercept. Can they intercept cell phone signals? Can they intercept somehow internet signals? I mean, I believe that anybody who thinks that what they say on a cell phone or what they write in the email or what they write on a social media site is somehow private or secret or not connected to them, I think they're living in a dream world. Not that you shouldn't try to be secure. You need to lock down your internet stuff, use complex passwords, don't reuse the same passwords, do all that good stuff. That's true to keep out the, people that want to drain your bank account. That's all good stuff. But if you think the government cannot access what you say and do on the internet, I think you are sadly mistaken. Sadly mistaken. Everything you do on this thing, they know.
Even things you don't do on that thing, Jim. Even people who think
they
they're
can
off
turn
the
these
grid.
mics on. They can turn these mics on. We
Jim,
all
even
have
people who think they're off the grid. And I just went into Walmart to go buy a carrot and I paid cash. There's cameras everywhere. They're following you. Don't think that you're not.
I can't remember what it was. We were talking about buying something. It wasn't anything that was a huge item or anything. I literally opened, and I had not Googled it. I had not done anything. This just happened the last couple of days. I forgot to tell you. I forget what it was. I'll remember here in a minute. I opened up YouTube and it's like, here's a review for thus and so.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're
listening.
Big data knows, corporations know, and if the government wants to know, they're going to know.
Right.
I mean, they say there's not backdoors. There's backdoors. And if there's not backdoors, there's some way that they can extricate the information. Don't tell me there isn't.
There's the dark web. You think the government doesn't have things that are more advanced than that?
Exactly. The government knows. I mean, if they want to, that doesn't mean they can stop every, people will say, well, if they know everything, they could stop every nefarious attack.
No, I don't think they know everything. I think they could get their hands on things.
They can find out after
they
the
have
fact.
the capability of
Yes,
finding out.
Yes.
I don't think it's preventative.
I think they can monitor people in real time. If they have a person of interest, they can.
Oh, sure.
They can.
Oh, I believe that.
They can say, okay, I'm going to find everything X person is doing. And, within 24 hours, they could probably have a line on everything they're doing. Because all they have to do is get with your ISP and they can monitor everything you're doing on the internet. And maybe with things like this, maybe they have telephonic capability to intercept call. I mean, come on.
In defense of our country, I think that's happening in every country. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, if you think you live in France, it's not happening to you.
And some of it I'm totally on board with. If you're trying to stop people who are doing the horrible political acts we've been seeing lately, you're trying to stop terrorists, you're trying to stop mass shooters and people that would hurt people, God bless you. God bless you. The only fear is that the fear is that where does that line cross where it starts to come after everyday people? That's the question.
Correct.
So
that's the thing.
The devil's always in the detail, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of details, here's some
I love this
details.
Next story.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. This next story is great. It's from people.com. I don't know. Were you familiar with soulmate drawings, Jim? Soulmate sketches?
No.
I often wonder if these were around when you and I were about to start dating.
1912.
I have a feeling I would have definitely purchased one because I love this kind of stuff. Even if it may not be true, I still kind of like some of this stuff. So people.com's reporting that a woman bought a soulmate drawing on Etsy and days later, her love life takes a dramatic turn. So a soulmate drawing is basically you're seeking out someone, in this case, it's on Etsy, and they offer a service. It's almost like a tarot reading. They do a sketch of who they believe your soulmate is, and sometimes they give you additional information with it, like the person's hobbies or whatever, and sometimes they don't, whatever. And like how soon you're going to meet that person, right? So this content creator, Ashley Watson, 29 years old, she's single. Her and her girlfriend said, you know what, wouldn't it be fun if we all purchased one of these sketches and we're all going for a weekend getaway. We can all reveal them to each other on our little vacation. Right. Huh. So they thought it was lots of fun, and they were just like, yeah, whatever. It would just be funny if we all did it. So they all did. And they revealed them on the big screen and they loved it. And they said, oh my God, this was so great. And so she got hers and she's like, wow, he's kind of hot. She thought he was cute, whatever. And she, but her dating life had been awful, whatever. So she gets back and she just ignores, she forgets about all of that. It was just like some lighthearted fun. Right. So she comes back to work and goes back home and whatnot. And another caveat, the person that did the sketch for her said that she was going to meet this person within 0 to 3 months. And she's like, wow. She's like, gosh, I hope so. Right. So, she was like, I don't think that was going to happen. So, she had forgotten about this. So she actually met somebody, right? And they were hitting it off rather well and whatnot. And she's like, wow, we had great chemistry. It was a great first date. And so she started later on start telling her family. She told her cousins and the girlfriends. And the one cousin was like, because she sent her a photo. The cousin was like, oh my gosh, that looks like your sketch. He looks like the guy in your sketch. And she was like, oh my God, like she totally forgot about it. And it kind of does. I mean, not perfect. It kind of did look like him. Yeah, she's like, oh my gosh. She thought it it was just a fun experiment. She didn't realize it was going to kind of come true. And they've been dating for I think 8 months now or whatever.
I think something like
really,
that's
really
possible
well.
Because I think that there's this universal consciousness, and I think that we can all, to varying degrees, tap into it. That's why I think, a family member gets hurt and somebody else in the family feels pain or has some bad sense about it. I think we're all tapping into that cosmic consciousness, and it would make sense if somebody's talented, they could tap into that and draw a picture. And I think that's probably what psychics are doing, legitimate psychics.
I think some of the comments were funny because somebody said, oh, that's hooey. I got the same picture. I don't know how true that is or not, whatever. But I could see myself. I would have done something like this. I would have totally done. I mean, hey, I had that biorhythms program.
I remember that.
And I did your biorhythms from class because I was like, ooh.
I was a little clueless.
You were very clueless. I don't know. I mean, in light of me at myself, just throwing myself on top of you in class, I don't know how you could have not known that I liked you.
That would have been quite a scene.
But talk about soulmates. I mean,
Clyde, that's right.
4 years later, we finally... Right. It was weird. And I cut your picture out of the newspaper. I mean, it's so stupid. It was stupid.
Indeed. Meant to be. Oh, something else that was meant to be. We went to Hollow, as we're wrapping up here, tell people about Hollow Weekends. We went to Hollow Weekends at Cedar Point.
Yes.
Had
very
a great
fun.
time.
It was fun. I hate to admit it.
You were brave.
You guys will never let me live this down, but it was fun. It was. And we did good, made good memories. It was fun. To get more of the details, you have to be a plus member and listen to behind the scenes.
So I just want to say two things real quick.
Yes.
Kudos to the workers that night and
my God, the scare actors, tremendous.
Highly recommend
makeup,
Cedar
costumes,
Point Hollow Weekends.
Decorations, everything fantastic.
Those are the roses. Now for some rocks. On the other hand, we love Hollow Weekends. We go every year. I mean, me and the kids, and now you're part of the tradition. And we loved it so much. Wouldn't it be neat to do a campfire event there to coordinate with Hollow Weekend? So we contacted them, in January or something?
In January.
Yeah. And they so totally blew us off.
And she met with us, but was very unhelpful.
Yeah, it was a
kind of like we're
meeting.
Having Bob Schmo's family reunion.
Yeah.
And she couldn't give us a room. She couldn't give us AV equipment. They couldn't tell us if we could get it catered. She said you could buy food in the park. We're not going to buy food in the park. We are all together hopefully in this area and doing live campfire calls and stories. How are we going to go get food for everybody in the park? Just very unhelpful. Big rocks.
So here I am now with a top 100 podcast in the United States, and they won't even give me the time of day. So here's your assignment. If you are out there and you are connected with Cedar Point or Six Flags, which now owns Cedar Point, please get in touch with somebody and say, hey, this Jim Harold guy, you ought to talk to him. It was just rude.
It was so disappointing.
It was just rude. And it's like, it's not like I'm doing this for a hobby. I've been doing this for years. We've got a nice following, and I'm sure we could have helped them sell quite a few tickets. Now, again, compared to how much they make a year, I'm sure it's a drop in the bucket, but it would be we're respectful people. We're responsible people. We would do things the right way. And it would be a nice addition to Hollow Weekends.
Fun night.
Yeah, and they were just blowing us. I felt totally blown off. So
we were totally blown off. They wanted to just let us sit outside somewhere. I'm like, it's October. It could rain. we're not sitting outside.
Basically,
so
it was.
Jim's
Basically, what it
equipment's
boiled
gonna
down
get
to.
fried
What
with
it
the rain.
boiled down to is like, let's just throw up so many roadblocks that they go away, and we went away. But now
we went away.
We now get to publicly disparage you. Now,
hey, hey, if you guys know somebody at HHN in Universal,
yeah, that would be even better. But
wow,
again, kudos to the Cedar Point, the scare actors, the people working.
Oh, they're fantastic.
It's very well staged. The props are
Their
magnificent.
Event planning kind of stunk on ice. So how about that?
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, not happy.
Yeah. So again, if you have any connections, let them know. Maybe we can.
It just would. I think it would have been a great thing because people could have come to see you and get together with other Campfire members.
Yeah.
Other
we were even thinking of having special.
Enjoy
all the great things that Cedar pointed out. I was thinking of having special T-shirts made, and we could all or sweatshirts, and we could all wear shirts to identify a part of the group. It would have been a great thing, but Cedar Point, they're too good for us. All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in to the Paranormal Report. And
tune in where? Tune in when, Jim? Tune in when?
Oh, yes.
9 days, everyone.
Yes.
Halloween.
Live stream October 31st, 8 p.m. We will have a very special guest. We will have campfire stories. We will have giveaways, and you've got some new fun stuff.
We have some new games and new activities we're going to do. Because Sandra was home this weekend, so we were able to already record our drinks and our food, and I will be posting those recipes on Virtual Campfire. So you can kind of hopefully make them too and enjoy with us that night, 8 p.m. Halloween.
There you are. Well, be there on YouTube, and we'll have links on the show notes and all the different places for how you can tune in. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you next time. Have a great week, everybody. Happy Halloween, and go ahead, Dar.
Stay spooky.
Gotta stay spooky.
Bye.